we're going to talk about Daniel and the lion's den. Me? I'm a lion. So, for you guys that weren't paying attention at home or who haven't studied Daniel, it's all about the lions. That's not true. It's about Daniel. But Daniel's pretty cool. So he was taken out of his home in Judah, the kingdom of Judah. He was brought to a place called Babylon, and he along with some other young men, and they were put into powerful positions. So let's meet Daniel. But Daniel, at this time, he's not a young man anymore. He's an old man. And Daniel has worked with many different kings and rulers. Sometimes he had good relationships, sometimes not so much. But the king at this time is King Darius.
We love you, King Darius.
Yeah, King Darius is a pretty good king, and Daniel gets along with King Darius, and they work pretty good together. So, so they like each other, and the people are super jealous of Daniel being such a fan favorite of King Darius. So they scheme, and come up with a plan to get Daniel in trouble. So their plan is to go to the king because kings, they like themselves some them. Yep. So they go to the king and they say, King Darius, you should make this rule. You're awesome, King Darius. You should make this rule about how nobody for 30 days can, let's say, worship anyone but you. And King Darius thinks about that and says, okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea because I do love me some me. So while this is all happening, Daniel goes up to the upper room of his house and he prays. And he doesn't pray to King Darius because that wouldn't be worth anything. He prays to the one and only God, that same God of Moses that freed the people from Egypt. And he is worshiping another God, which goes against King Darius's law. So the people get King Darius, and they're like, hey, King Darius. So, you made that rule about how nobody is supposed to worship any other gods? Yeah, you know how you made that rule? Yeah, that was a pretty sweet rule because you're a really good king, isn't he, guys? He's a really good king, isn't he? Oh, yeah. Very good. Such a good king. Never had a better one. Not going to have a better one anytime soon. Best king ever. Made Babylon great. So, here's the thing, King Darius. Daniel? Daniel? Yeah, you like Daniel. Well, Daniel... praying not to you, but to his God. I know you don't want to do it. I know you don't want to do it, but you have to follow your laws because you made them. So Daniel has to be thrown into the lion's den. The lion's den is very far away from where Daniel was, so that's why it's taking a while. So, grudgingly, King Darius put Daniel into the lion's den and sealed it with his signet, which is like a ring. And let's take a look at inside that lion's den. Oh, I'm a lion. Oh, it looks like they're going to throw somebody in here. It's been forever since I've eaten. So the next morning, the king went to the den and said, Daniel! Are you okay? And Daniel said, yes. Daniel was alive, and they brought him out of the lion's den. And King Darius said, hey, you know what? We're only going to worship Daniel's God from now on. And also, all those people that tried to get Daniel in trouble, they were thrown in to the lion's den. Well, that was weird. I couldn't open my mouth there for a while, but now, oh, look at that. I can open my mouth so well. And what's this? I was so sad that I couldn't eat that person yesterday, but look at all these people. Delicious. So, Daniel had to wait through being in exile, being taken out of his land. The people had to wait to go back home. But Daniel, he was faithful, and he trusted in God, and he still did the best he could to help those around him, even though sometimes they made it tough for him to live out his